Hey y'all, what's up? How you doing? How you been? I'm gonna go over my book today. I'm gonna go over how you can get it. I'm gonna go over the classes. I'm gonna go over some of the information that's in it. I did start to do this live, and then I decided to come back on because I got a phone call mid live. So I'm gonna go over it. I do have a copyright on this book, so I'm not worried about anybody trying to steal some of my content that's in here because it's already copyrighted. So, you know. Um, so we have, this is going to be the front of the book. This is what it'll look like, okay? I'm doing it binded because it's more of a curriculum. It's more of how you're learning, what you're learning. Y'all let me move this camera up a little bit. I'll ignore the mess. Okay, so y'all ignore my blanket on the back wall. It's cold in here, so I'm putting the blanket over the window. Anywho, so it's the Tarot Book of Knowledge and Insight for the Gypsy Soul. Me. Written by me. Okay. Awesome. And then we have about me, about the author, right? And then we have who it's dedicated for, a little bit of wisdom, all the things, right? Then we go into numerology and synchronicity. So basically what this is everything that this book incorporates. It's just the basic knowledge of it, and then you go down a spiral of, okay, well, what are some more, numerology numbers? What are the numbers that I see all the time? So then you start getting your own knowledge, okay? So this is just meant to trigger your own intuition, right? So we have intuition, 111. That's intuition and beginnings, okay? That's the main meaning of it. That's the concept of it. And then it has new beginnings, opportunity, potential, rebirth, transition, okay? And then we have like 888, balance and accomplishment, master, accomplishment, action, balance, alignment, manifestations. And then we have 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. So it's got some numbers in here. I think I'm going to go back in today and add 9, 11 because I see that number all the time. I don't know if that's means anything to y'all, but it holds rank for me, right? So then you can start adding your own numbers into this book because it's a curriculum. It's a study. It's your own knowledge of spirituality and universal law and the synchronicities that resonate for you, because tarot's not just about reading for other people. It's about being able to understand yourself or your circumstances or the good things coming in, how to accept it. It's very therapeutic in a spiritual aspect. Okay, so I feel like some people may get tarot misconstrued on what they think it is, like that it's reading for everybody else. No, sometimes it's just kind of understanding yourself or your family or your environment or your circumstances or what spirit's trying to show you or guide you towards, or what are you into. It's not digging deep. That's what these cards are for. It's not just love readings like I do. That's just what I channel a lot. It's just more about how can I get in alignment with my soul purpose, right? That's what this book is written for. So it's not for, I want to go read. I mean, if you want to go read for other people, awesome. This is definitely the book for you. But it's also for how can I read for myself? How can I understand myself? Because sometimes we really don't know ourselves, and we go through these identity crises, and we lose sight on who we are along our journey because of circumstances or whatever may happen or whatever's going on. And that's where this comes in, okay? And it's just kind of basic knowledge. Now this, I'm going to write a book. This is the first volume of it. I can't talk today. There's going to be other versions of this book where it's this with more information, like herbs and more vocabulary. Other things will be added into it, okay, as I go along. So this is just the first version of it, which is the best version, because once you've got this down, you'll start coming into your own stuff, right? And so whenever I write the other editions, you're like, okay, I can see that, whatever. Okay, so here's another of the tarot numerology that I also added in there, just the 1s through 10. Let's do a different one. 2, that talks about partnership, balance, duality. 2s represent an agreement or mutual feelings on a topic. It also represents the dual sides of a person, the good and the bad, the pros and the cons, etc. 2s also represent alignment and divine timing. So it helps you to understand, what does it mean? If I'm constantly seeing 2, what is that number saying to me? What does that number mean to me? Why is Spirit showing me this? And this kind of gives you the basic understanding, and then it triggers your intuition. Okay, it's falling into this category. I could definitely see where this resonates, right? And then we have like 9, attainment, fulfillment, and fruition. 9s represent manifestation, the heart's desire, finally seeing a harvest from the seeds that you have planted in the past, which means the good that you've done in the past, right? Finally seeing things pay off, finally seeing the rewards, right? And obtaining and obtaining the things that you put your time, energy, focus, and intentions towards. Nines also represent the need to release and let go of things that no longer serve you. Nines are seen as spiritual awakening, finally seeing the silver lining in past situations. Okay, so if you're seeing nines a lot, that's what that means. So that's what this book is, and it's all different things. It also has all the individual tarot cards, which we're going to get into it. I'm not going to read this whole book to you. I'm just giving you some of the of the information that is in this book, right? Let me move my microphone. I hope y'all can hear me. So this is what it looks like. It's just basic knowledge. It's basic understanding, especially for those who don't know anything about spirituality or anything about universal law or the signs and the synchronicities. That's where this comes in, right? And so then we have in here the universal laws. Okay, this is all like, and I call it a book, but it's more of a curriculum because you're studying it, you're learning it, right? So the 12 universal laws are like the law of vibration, the law of rhythm, the law of action, the law of oneness, and it's just the basic understandings of it. Okay, what is the law of rhythm? Everything in this world has its time and its place. Nothing is permanent, just like the seasons. Everything eventually shifts. Then you go out and you start looking at, okay, tell me more about the law of rhythm. So you start internalizing it and understanding it from your perspective and from your intuitive calls and understanding. And that's just, like I said, that's what this book is. And then we have like the law of attraction. 11, everything you attract is at a vibrational match with you. If you want to attract something or someone to you, say that it is already yours energetically, then release it and let it migrate itself back to you. Detach to attract, right? Yeah, I have not been able to, ever since I've been pregnant. I don't know why. I'm barely pregnant, but for some reason I can't breathe. And then we have like the law of gender, okay? Everything that makes up a divine masculine and divine feminine needs to stay in the balance between both to keep you in alignment with yourself and the universe for manifestations to attract into your life. Men and women both possess masculine and feminine energy. So this is just the basic understandings of universal law and how they, and so all of these things right here is how it ties into tarot. Tarot, you might see it, you might have a tarot deck that has like all these numbers on it, or you've been seeing numbers and that's where it comes, or you're like, oh, well, that's, you study these laws and you're like, okay, well, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing the law of attraction. I'm doing the law of correspondence. Everything in our external world reflects what is going on in our internal world, and vice versa, as above, so below. So you're learning all these things through this book, through this spiritual practice, right? But everything is connected. That's one thing you will learn with spirituality. Everything is connected. Everything is a sign. Everything is a message. Okay, some things just are. Okay, it's kind of, it's digging deep, but it's also looking at the basic mundane things of things as well. Okay, it's not everything's super deep, but it's deep. It's not deep, but it's deep, but it's connected. You get what I'm saying? And so that's where all these universal laws come in. And it ties into tarot as well, because tarot was just learning to read energy. That's what all this is, energy. Okay, and so this looks like this. It's all colorful. I am doing it by color, so very colorful. I learned that if I'm reading something, I need some color in it, okay? I also have the basic meanings of chakras in here, okay? Understanding the chakras, we have the crown chakra, which is violet. It's connected to it's your connection to the divine, spirituality, and enlightenment. And then we have the third eye, which is dark blue, intuition, awareness, and sense of purpose and direction in life. We have the throat chakra, which is light blue, self-expression, clear communication, and honest truths. We have the heart chakra, which is green, love, healing, relationships, and self-acceptance. We have solar plexus chakra, which is manifestations, personal power, confidence, and channeling. Okay, and then we have like the sacral chakra, which is creativity, sexuality, pleasure, and emotional needs, as well as the root chakra. Okay, so we have all the colors of it. We have what it is, right? Career, security, money, mindset, and a sense of belonging. These are the basic meanings. So whenever you're reading a card, you're like, okay, I'm seeing a lot of purple. So you could be connecting to your crown chakra. This is the divine trying to talk to you. This is your enlightenment. Okay, because this is what the crown chakra is. So that's why that color is sticking out in a tarot card, right? See how it's all connected? You see where I'm going there? Okay. So that's kind of what this looks like. All right, all the things. But I decided to go, so I came back to it. So some of these may sound a little bit different than the original writing because I came back to it. This book has been being written for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, y'all. Okay. So I was like, you know what, let's dig just a little bit deeper. when we do this. Let's just dig a little bit deeper. So let's go back to the crown chakra. This is a little bit more information. The crown chakra is your connection to something greater than yourself. Think of it as a part of you that whispers, I trust life, I am guided, I am not alone, right? And then we have, it is located at the top of your head and represents awareness, wisdom, faith, and meaning. The crown chakra reminds you that you are part of a bigger picture, even when you cannot see how everything fits together yet, right? So it shows you where it's at, kind of the understanding of it, and then there's more information on it. I have I have all the chakras and they match this layout, okay? When your crown chakra is open and balanced, you feel a sense of peace beyond circumstances, trust in your life path, even during uncertainty, mental clarity, and openness to new perspectives, which is something I was talking about yesterday in my reading, if y'all want to go back and watch that. We have connected instead of lost or disconnected. So you feel more connected than disconnected. You feel kind of a little bit more aware than lost, the wanderers, like what I like to call it. So we have the crown chakra teaches you that understanding is not always logical. It is often felt. So sometimes to understand something, it's not overanalyzing it. It's feeling your way through it. Some things are just emotional and not logical. Some things are logical and, sometimes we can overdo it. So this is just what I feel is right? And then we have when the crown chakra is blocked. So we have when it's opened and balanced, and we have when it's blocked and overworked. You might notice feeling disconnected, confused, or purposeless, overthinking or spiritual burnout, cynicism or loss of faith in yourself or life, feeling like you have to figure everything out alone, right? And then we have an empowering truth. Okay, here's the empowering truth. The crown chakra is not about escaping reality. It's about finding meaning within it. It's almost the silver lining, right? The crown chakra is more like, I know that maybe I can't change what's happening right now, but I can change my response to it. I can probably understand it from a different perspective, right? You do not have to know all the answers to be deeply aligned. Sometimes clarity arrives when you stop forcing it. We don't force, chase, or beg, right? That's one thing that we learned through our spiritual journey. So these just ignite and trigger certain things of understanding so that whenever situations or circumstances present themselves, boom, there's that knowledge, right? There's that knowledge of it. And then we have how to activate your crown chakra. Sit quietly and allow the stillness without expectation, release mental clutter, and practice presence. And then we have trust small intuitive nudges. Remind yourself, I am guided, I am open, I am connected. Okay, so I just have like these little things that are in there that helps you to stay in alignment with the chakras, because everything in spirituality is all about alignment. Things come in when we're aligned. But just like the seasons, some things do get out of alignment. And then we just regather ourselves, regather our thoughts, realign. So this is how we can remind ourselves, even in the chaos or even in the doubts or the misunderstandings, we learn how to realign ourselves, how to stay open and connected, right? Your crown chakra is your reminder that you are a part of something vast and supportive. When you trust that connection, life feels lighter, clearer, and more purposeful. So even though it's saying life isn't perfect, it's saying I'm starting to understand my place in this life and how to respond. Everything is about your responses to circumstances, whether good circumstances or bad circumstances. And it's just feeling lighter and clearer, knowing that this too shall pass, or yes, this is a great time and so I should embrace it fully, right? So I have this for all the chakras. Okay, let me show you what they look like. And they are also the color of the chakras. Okay. It's also the colors of the chakras. So we have that one. Let me see. My hands are super cold, so they're not going to turn the pages so easily. We have the blue. I mean, just all the things. It's lovely. It's lovely, right? So let me go back. I even came back in, y'all, and I decided, I was like, you know what? Most people don't really know about the zodiac signs. So I put some basic things for zodiacs in here too. Now, my next book is going to come with a lot more meanings of zodiac and chakras. Not just how to align it, but just a lot more information on it. Also colors and fruits. Maybe I'm thinking about even adding some fruits, because sometimes we crave things and we don't know why we crave them. Sometimes it's a spiritual thing. Craving blueberries, craving strawberries. I mean, and I know it sounds so random, but it's like, why? And even those colors, it all ties back into certain things, right? Which I'm not saying I'm going to put all the fruits and stuff like that. I'm just saying I'm going to put a little bit more information that kind of brings just a little bit more clarity, okay? So back to the zodiac signs. We have zodiac signs, dates, traits, and elements, okay? So we have Aries. Aries is a cardinal sign. What is a cardinal sign? So down here I put cardinal. Curious, willing to try new things, goes where others may not. So they're more likely to have these characteristics, okay, these traits. And then Aries is a fire sign. There's fire, earth, water, air, okay? And then we have, what is the Aries? The Aries is a ram, and then it has its symbol on here, and then it has its date. So if you're an Aries, you were born between March 21st and April 19th. Okay, so I have that for all the zodiac signs that are on here, okay? Now, let's dig a little bit deeper. Okay, Aries. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is represented by the ram and is known for its dynamic and energetic qualities. Aries is full of passion and drive, making them exciting companions and relentless achievers. I have some sight words on there: courageous, dynamic, bold, passionate, energetic, independent, impulsive, leader, enthusiastic, optimistic, adventurous, self-assured, fiery, initiator, spontaneous, competitive, assertive, determined, short-tempered, fearless. Anybody who knows me, I'm an Aries, okay? These resonate, so I got it. I got it on, on lock over here, okay? No, hold on one second, I'm sorry. So then too, y'all, if y'all are writing comments, I'm sorry. I can't read them right now because I'm only looking at the screen for this because I'm going to save this video, okay? All right, so then also it has like its Aries personality traits. They're bold and courageous. Aries are often seen as fearless and willing to take risks. They're the pioneers of the zodiac, always looking to explore new frontiers, okay? I tried to make something, you know, yeah. And then we have they're very energetic, enthusiastic. With a zest for life, Aries individuals are usually full of energy and enthusiasm. Their excitement is infectious and inspires others to follow their lead. So we have some just personality traits, and then we have their challenges. They're very impulsive, short-tempered, self-centered. And then it has like the description of those, okay? And then we also have their strengths. So all of the zodiac signs have this. They have the sight words, they have the personality traits, they have the challenges, they have what their strengths are, we have their likes and their dislikes, and then we have who they're most compatible with. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go by this, okay? Because we have many signs in our zodiac chart, but this is just your understanding when you're reading energy in the tarot or however, you know, you decide to use this. But okay, Aries best compatibility. Aries often gets along well with fellow fire signs, Leo and Sagittarius, and air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Challenging matches are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, who prefer stability and might find Aries impulsiveness overwhelming, right? So I kind of have all the insight on each individual zodiac sign. Now, whenever it comes to compatibility, I'm a firm believer that never really go by the compatibility. This is just who will understand them better. Let's put it that way. Who's more likely to understand. So you may notice yourself having more, you know, if you're an Aries, having more air sign friends or fire sign friends or whatever. I don't know. But the bottom part, I want y'all to take with a grain of salt. This is who is most compatible with them, but I wouldn't really go on that. Okay? I mean, I feel like most of my matches are the ones that it says does not match with me. So, but as far as the rest, I mean, everything has a sight word. It explains who they are and what part of the zodiac they play a role in. It has their symbol on it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me show y'all. I didn't show y'all these pages. So now we're on Virgos. It has their symbol. It has the sight words. It has, you know, Virgo, the sixth sign of the zodiac is represented by the maiden and is characterized by their intelligence, dependability, and strong desire for order, making them valuable friends and colleagues. And then it has all the traits, all the things that I just mentioned. Okay, so it has all the things, y'all, all the things. So we went from numerology, synchronicity, chakras, zodiac, okay? So let me get through the rest of these. I mean, it has all the things. It's all the basic understandings. I mean, I think I did pretty freaking good on this book. I mean, I ought to have. It only took me like 2.5, almost 3 years to write. Ridiculous, right? But it's all studied knowledge. Like, this is everything that I taught myself or that I studied. So this is something that I learned and then wrote about. I studied it and then I wrote about. So that's why it took me so long. Okay? Moon phases and their meanings. Okay, this is this one. I didn't have this one. I recently added this in my book. I was like, you know what? Let's talk about moon phases, because some people are more like into the moon phases, witchy stuff like that. Now, I'm a spiritualist. I'm not a witch. I don't do that. I'm not against that. Nothing like that. But I'm more spiritual, connected to the moon phases and what they mean. And I'm a firm believer of it, okay? Okay, so the moon phases and their meanings. The new moon represents new beginnings and fresh starts. This phase is about new beginnings, a fresh start, a clean slate, maybe even a new perspective shift. Start gathering your thoughts. This is where you need to begin realizing your intentions. A good time to start planning and setting goals, open to a new way of life. And then we have the waxing crescent, growth and high energy. This phase is about setting intentions, following your dreams, and implementing your goals. This is about building confidence and faith in your plans. Start building momentum by taking the first steps. A period of high energy, which you breathe life into, will become your reality with time. So then it has like the first quarter, actions and decisions, wax and gibbous, reviewing and altering course, full moon, harvest and reward, waning gibbous, gratitude and contentment. Third to last quarter, conclusions and releasing, waning crescent, reflection and surrender. So I have even what these are. So whenever we're under these moon phases, this is what we need to focus our energy on. Because remember, everything in tarot is energy. And then now we get to the more therapeutic side of it, okay, of my book, where it has like the color therapy, color magic, candle magic, using certain candles whenever you're doing your reading. It just harnesses that energy. So red is for passion, right? Purple is for intuition. We have white is for purity, new beginnings. Black is for protection, right? Pink is for compassion, love, right? Very feminine energy. Blue, masculine energy, spirit, focus. So if you wanted to use certain colors, candle colors, this is also just color therapy. If you're seeing white a lot, like whenever you're driving and there's like 20 white cars in a row and you're like, what in tarnation? You're just noticing that. There's a reason why your intuition is honing in on that. White talks about purity, new beginnings, protections, truth, peace, harmony, tranquility, serenity, spirituality, wholesomeness, calling in positive energy, clear insight, higher self, substitution. I mean, it's got many different meanings. Innocence, renewed, children, childlike energy. So you could be doing a reading and you're pulling in child energy. So you're seeing a lot of white and you're like, you know what, this might be about your child. Or you may be with child, or, there's literally ways that you can tell just by colors what something means. That's how a lot of my things come. I'll take a walk that day and then come and do a reading, and I already have the message because of all the signs that I'm seeing around me. It's telling me, oh, okay, there's something new coming because I'm seeing a lot of white. Okay, and the green's talking about you need to ground yourself. Very earthy energy. This is something you got to concentrate on, This is something, nurture yourself with, and that's what this color therapy is. When you're wearing certain colors a lot, you're like, I've never really wore this color, but I'm so drawn to purple right now, or I'm so drawn to pink right now. It's saying something to you, and that's what this book says on the color therapy part. What do those colors mean? Now, there's more meanings to them, and I will add more on my second edition, which could take another couple of years, y'all. But, like blue. Blue talks about faith, communication, forgiveness, focus, spirit, emotions, tranquility. It talks about traveling, remembering a dream, it's about the mind. Blue represents the mind and thoughts. Masculine energy, it's guidance, it's mental clarity, it's spiritual illumination, it's devotion, it's rejuvenation. Mental clarity means health. Water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? Or just watery energy, emotional energy. It's also sky energy. It's third eye chakra and throat chakra. I mean, it has all the things, y'all, all the things. It has, what are all the colors we have? We have white, black, red, pink, purple, blue, green, orange, yellow, brown, gray, tan, gold, silver. Okay? That's what it looks like. I don't know if I showed y'all this yet. So whenever you're seeing these colors in the cards, it's going to help you hone in on, okay, that dark energy or this light energy, or it's, there's a shift in this energy because of the colors, because of how it goes from light to dark, or it goes from dark to light. So things are going to get easier. It really helps you understand energy so much. I'm pretty proud of this book, y'all. So then I also decided, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some more information on understanding color therapy, right? So understanding color therapy. Color therapy is a holistic practice that uses the vibrational frequency of color to influence and balance the energetic fields by bringing specific colors into our environment through lights, clothing, visualizations, meditations. We can also help ease emotional tension, uplift mood, reduce anxiety, improve focus, and restore depleting energy. or depleted energy, I'm sorry. Each color resonates with different emotional and energetic states, offering gentle support for harmony and overall well-being. Okay, so that's just what this is. So the way that I use this to explain color therapy, I just went back to the chakras. Okay, I was like, okay, color therapy through the chakras. Color therapy is also aligns naturally with the chakra system, where each energetic center is associated with a specific color that reflects its vibrational qualities. Working with these colors can help activate, balance, or harmonize the corresponding chakras. So like the root chakra, which is red. Red carries grounding, stabilizing energy. It supports feelings of safety, security, and physical vitality. Using red can help you boost motivation, courage, and presence in the physical body. We have orange, sacral chakra energy, right? Orange is tied to creativity, pleasure, emotional expression, and healthy sensuality, right? Healthy sex life, right? Healthy sex balance. Feeling sexy, right? This color encourages joy, passion, and openness to new experience. It often uplifts the mood and stimulates creative flow. So I just did the colors that come back to the chakras. So everything just kind of plays its role, and you see how it's all tied in. I love it. Okay, oh, let me go show you all this page. This is the understanding color therapy. Okay. I have the 5 love languages in here, which talks about physical touch and non-sexual form of physical touch. Okay, so physical touch is not just about sexual energy. It's about back rubs, kisses, holding hands, cuddles, hugs, physical affection, intimacy, exchanging massages, okay? Acts of service, gift giving, quality time, and words of affirmation. Those are the 5 love languages. Okay. Sorry, y'all, give me 1 second. Okay, and then we have like activating the happiness chemical, right? That's another one. So the happiness chemicals are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So like I said, this is more the therapeutical aspect of the book. Okay. So like the dopamine, the reward chemical. So how can we feel that? We can complete a task, celebrate small wins, reward yourself with a really good dish or snack, practice self-care, go buy yourself something, take yourself out, quality sleep, explore a new hobby, oxytocin, which is the love hormone, practice the love languages, go play with a pet, say a few words of affirmation, spend time with your family and friends, hug or hold hands with someone. So it's just giving you kind of some things to activate those, because we need those reward chemicals. Those happy chemicals. Okay. Sorry, my man's messaging me because he's bringing me something to eat. The baby's got to eat. He's like, are you still alive? And I just keep saying yes, yes, yes. He's like, okay, I guess whatever I said yes to didn't make sense. Okay. So then we also have, we have the happiness chemicals. Right now we have the trauma responses. So the trauma responses are fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So fight is whenever you're fighting back. So aggression, temperamental. So whenever you're doing a tarot reading, right, you're going to see like when you start channeling these energies, you're going to be like, you know what, that sounds like somebody who's in fight mode, right? Somebody who's very aggressive. They try to control others, power struggle, bullies or belittles. They're very temperamental. Okay, that's definitely fight characteristics. So they're in this trauma response right now. So it kind of helps you understand the person that you're connected with or that's around you in your environment, currently. Okay, we have flight mode, which is fleeing, okay? Panic and anxiety, workaholic, obsessive, compulsive, over analytical, hyperactive, somebody who's very jumpy, constantly looking for distractions. We have freeze, somebody who freeze mode is disassociation, okay? Long periods of silence. So maybe you're dealing with someone who ghosts you and then they come back, and then they ghost you and they come back, and they ghost you, they're in freeze mode, okay? Somebody who's very indecisive, disassociation, social anxiety, depression, takes a lot of naps or sleep. Okay, this is depression. Trauma responses are a form of depression. Fawn, somebody with weak boundaries, okay? People pleaser, appeasing, pushover, yes man, codependent behavior, identity crisis, all the things. So I have some trauma responses in here too. So it's not like it's just tarot and spirituality. It's also a little bit of therapy in there too. Understanding like the basics of, there's so much for therapy, but understanding the basics of therapy or what somebody could be in, and it could be your own energy as well. Understanding yourself, okay, maybe I'm in flight mode. Okay, y'all, my foot is asleep. So those look like this. This is what these pages look like. I'm almost done going through the book because now we're getting to the tarot part, and I'm not going to read every single tarot card thing. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry to block the camera. Give me just a minute. Okay. So I am thinking, well, we'll talk about this at the end. So now we get to the major arcana. Okay, that's 22 cards in the major arcana starting at 0. 0 is the Fool, and then it goes to the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, the Strength, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World. So who the major arcana is, or what it represents, is the divine having a hand in it. The divine has something to do with this. Okay, so when you see a major arcana card, when you see one of these face cards, it is the divine hand in it. Okay, these aren't just the basic Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. No, this is significant. Normally it represents significant life events in the bigger picture of something. Okay, so that's what this is. And then it has each individual. So 0 is the Fool, which is represented by Uranus, Aquarius, and Aries. So this is the energies you will get off of these cards. And let me tell y'all something. I don't care what anybody says. If you give intention to it, whatever your belief on something is, that's the belief. Don't go based on just what I put or what somebody else puts. These are what go with these signs. But if you're like, man, I'm getting the Lover's energy and it says Gemini, but I'm feeling it's more this energy. Like every time I use it, I feel like it's more this zodiac sign. Go with that. Go with that, because maybe your people or your crowd, if you're reading for like on a platform for other people, maybe that crowd that you're channeling for, that's more their signs that they're connected with. Does that make sense? But these are the basic ones for it, okay, or the ones that go with it. The Magician, Gemini and Virgo. The High Priestess, Cancer. The Empress, Taurus, Libra. Venus and Taurus and Libra. The Emperor, Aries energy. So, I mean, it just has all the things. And then the Wheel of Fortune, it's Jupiter, it's Sagittarius. But I also have the images on the card, which is Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, Aquarius. So it has all the things, right? I mean, y'all have all the information that y'all need. You pull the Justice card, okay, that's Libra energy. You might be dealing with Libra. So I'm giving y'all all the things, all the tools, all the methods. Okay, so then I was like, you know what? Let's go just a little bit deeper. Can we go just a little bit deeper? I can give y'all everything from the dates. Okay, from the dates of when something could take place, the dates that it represents. So we have the Fool, which could be anywhere from January 20th to February 19th, or from March 20th to April 19th, because it's Aquarius, Aries energy. So give me one second, y'all. And then we have like, hold on, let me take this down just a little bit. And then we have like the Hermit. So I even have like days of the week. So the Magician, it's May 21st to June 20th, August 23rd to September 22nd. But it could also represent on a Wednesday. Something could happen on a Wednesday. So I have all the things from the specific dates to the zodiac signs and seasons to the modalities. Right, so all the things, y'all. It's fixed, it's a mutable sign, it's whatever. I'm getting very fixed energy, which is somebody who's least liable to change, right? Stuck in their ways, kind of. Okay, so all the things, y'all, all the things. Let me show y'all. I told you I keep running out of breath. You see? Okay. So I have this for all of them. So this is the major arcana. This will also be in the suit of swords, the suit of wands, the suit of cups, the suit of pentacles. It will all have the same dates, times, whatever that go with it. Okay, let me do one. Okay, let's do this one. The Chariot. The Chariot is number 7, so the number 7 could be significant. It's a major arcana. The Chariot talks about movement and willpower. Zodiac sign associated as Cancer. So when you see the Chariot card, right? It's like it represents Cancer energy, okay? If it's in the upright, which means if the card is, let me get a card up here. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So, let me see if I can find the Chariot so that we can all be on the same page. Give me just a moment. I should have had these out and ready. Okay. So the Chariot would be like this. Let's say in this one. It'll always have two symbols of something. And this, normally it's horses, whatever, all the things, but right here it's dragons. It'll have a person. This is Cancer energy, right? This is upright, or it's facing upright towards you. And the reverse would be like that. Okay? So I have, okay, in the upright, this means yes. If you asked a question, the answer is yes. If you have somebody ask a question, if it's a yes or no question, the answer is yes. In the reverse, it's no, not quite yet. But let me tell you something. That's only with the Chariot. So some of these other cards, it can be in the reverse, but it doesn't mean no. It could be like, okay, but the timing isn't right. Or some of them, in the reverse, it's yes. Because some of them are a little bit more of a negative connotation card in the reverse. Or a more positive connotation card in the reverse, okay? So, we have the zodiac sign attached to it is Cancer. The element is water. I put my own personal opinions of what the chakras are. We have the crown chakra, third eye. With all the major arcana, it's all of the chakras. That's how I put it because it's all in alignment or it's all figuring something out. It's all major arcana stuff. So it's understanding all of the things, okay? And then we have numerology 7, which is so since it's the number 7, which is the Chariot, I put numerology number 7, which talks about reflection, assessment, control, prosperity, faith, and wisdom. Okay? Okay, so upright, it talks about ambition, determination, car, travel, overcoming obstacles, clear path, victory, willpower, action, journey, vacation, that you're in control of something. It's focus, it's discipline, it's two forces pull in an opposite direction. Two forces pulled in an opposite direction, okay? Clear purpose, courage, transportation, concentration, recognition, promotion, confrontation, purpose, drive, strength to move forward despite the odds, desire to succeed, vengeance. It could be war. It could be self-discipline, okay? Stay up there. What's up? Okay, go. Okay, no. Okay, go up there. I'm doing something right now. Shut this curtain. Hey, shut this curtain right here. This one. This one. The other one. Yeah, thank you. I love you. I'll get there in a minute. Okay, sorry. It can even talk about construction workers, machine operators, drives trucks, diesels, U-Hauls, relocating. I mean, it has all the things, y'all. Using the lesson to move forward with grace, taking action, being in the driver's seat of something, occupation, reason to get up and face the day. I mean, there's so rushed decisions. There's so, it's trusting your gut feeling. There's so many meanings to this one card, this one little thing. Okay? This could be somebody who's very emotionally stimulating. This could be an Uber, taxi, Lyft. This could be carpooling. Okay? It's in all the things. All the things. It's physical stimulation, emotional stimulation, mentally stimulating. This is just stimulation in all its forms. Okay? So if it's in the reverse, though, it means something different. Fighting for all the wrong things, for all the wrong reasons. It's stagnation. It's willfulness. It's poor intentions. It's jaded. It's lack of direction. Stuck in a rut. It's no vehicle. It could be a wreck. It could talk about travel delays or uninspired, the lost the will to fight, right? Nothing worth fighting for, no belief system, egotistical, opposition, forceful, aggressive, premature action, someone leaving after a fight or argument, revenge, war, showing off. I mean, it's all the things. It's suspicion, it's obesity. I mean, it's got all kinds of meanings to it, and that's what my book represents. So whenever you get this book, it shows you all the meanings that could represent with this one little card. I'm an intuitive reader, so I just read based off what I feel. But these are just all of the other things. Scattered energy, lack of Lack self-control, slow movement, defeat, not feeling like it's the right time to make your move, feeling inadequate, right? Internal mess causing the lack of movement in your external world. Conflict of interest. It's got all the things, and it's just on this one part. So that's what I love about my book, that it literally gives you all kinds of descriptions, not just the one basic meaning, but digging a little bit deeper of what it could mean or what it could be saying. This is how you're able to read or understand your path, your purpose, or helping somebody else understand theirs, or understanding who you're connecting with, right? So I have this for each individual zodiac sign. So let's move on to the minor arcana. So this is the major arcana. And then now we'll go on to the minor arcana. So what is the minor arcana? There's 56 cards on the minor arcana. Daily life and interactions, tiny victories and finances. So it's, daily life and interactions. Okay, that's what minor arcana is. Who you're talking to, who you come across, you know, what's happening in the day-to-day. These are tiny victories and finances. Your more bigger victories are when the major arcana come in, right? This is emotions, thoughts, and actions. Okay, and this is obstacles and reactions. Your reaction to the obstacles. That's where the minor arcana comes in. Now, who is the minor arcana? That's the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups. So we go all the way down to the King of Cups. So it goes Ace to 10, and then it goes to the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups, right? And then we do the other three suits. So there's 4 suits in the minor arcana. That is cups, pentacles, swords, and wands, okay? Cups being your emotions, right? Your emotional output. Pentacles being your tangible, your financial, or your more secure, like money or your internal security, okay? Swords being your thoughts or your words, right? And then wands being your actions, your drive. And so on the minor arcanas, I have Ace of Cups. It represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Two of Cups represents Venus and Cancer. Three of Cups is Mercury and Cancer. Okay, Sun and Scorpio with 6 of Cups. So it has all the zodiac signs correspondence with it, okay? Or the energy you'll get off of it. Okay? So then now we have the Suit of Cups, right? This is the Suit of Cups. And then we have Suit of Cups. So it goes back to what I was telling y'all with the major arcana, where it has specific dates, zodiac signs, seasons, and modalities. So Ace represents October 2nd to December 21st. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius is associated with the Ace of Cups card. Okay? And then it has like what their cardinal fixed mutable, right? Then I was like, you know what, let's dig just a little bit deeper, because I am a digger. Okay, I'm a digger. So we have the Suit of Cups, okay, or the Suits of Tarot, and then it has the Suit of Cups, which represents hearts, the ruler of what? Emotions. The element is water. Okay, the names that you could see it, so the cups in any tarot deck, because in tarot decks they have them as different names. It represents the same thing, but it's different names. So it could be cups, water, hearts, chalices, or even emotions. It can say Ace of Emotions or whatever, okay? I don't have that one in here, but it's the ruler of emotions, you would know. So it says the zodiac signs that are attached to of the water signs, the cups, is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have the symbolism is emotions, healing, realms, intuition, and dreams. So what does it symbolize? It symbolizes healing. It symbolizes emotions. It symbolizes, whenever you get deeper into spirituality, the realms, right? Your intuition. It represents dreams. Maybe a dream that you had that's trying to tell you something. That's foreseeing something, predicting something, right? There's where the gifts come into play. Now, I have it to the point of what are the features of a water sign, or, you know, the Suit of Cups. Somebody with blue and green eyes, fair to light brown hair to brown, fair to light brown hair to blonde hair. Pale to olive skin, short to medium height, round in the abdomen. This could be literally telling you exactly who you have coming in, or one of their physical traits, okay? It represents the direction that the suits represent as west. They can live on the west side of town, or, you know, the west side of the United States, or the whatever. Maybe you'll meet them on the west side of town. Doesn't mean they live there. There's always a sign there, okay? The time frame is autumn, dusk, months. And then what are their positive traits? Gentle, loving, selfless, giving personality. What are their negatives? Obsessive, dramatic, narcissistic, emotionally abusive, right? The suit of cups explained. This is your response to emotions, intentions, sensitivities, and vulnerabilities. Cups are deeply felt emotions. They are also psychic or intuitive nudges that clarify your feelings. Cup personalities are emotional feelings that awaken desires inside of you, ultimately guiding you in the direction of some type of creative or healing pursuit. Okay, and then it has some more keywords: love, emotions, connections, relationships, companion, union, creativity, imagination, passion, sensitivity, stimulation, compassion, feelings, or sensuality, sadness, grief, soul ties, empathy, sympathy, nurture, intuition, and psychic abilities. And so I have this for all the suits. So that's the suit of cups, and then we have the suit of wands, and then we have the suit of pentacles, and then we have the suit of swords. So it has all the things that are in this one are also explained in, or I can turn this up now. Okay, are also explained for the other suits of the zodiac or of the tarot. So, same thing with this. Let's see. Let me see if we can find it. So we'll do the Six of Cups, which is the minor arcana. What does Six of Cups represents? Nostalgia or childhood. Six of Cups is also like a companion, right? A dog, a friend, someone who's been there since childhood. It could very much be childhood. Upright means yes, and the reverse, it means yes if it has to do with compassion, no if it has to do with the past. Okay, upright, it talks about reminiscing, companionship, co-parenting, playfulness, nostalgia, giving or receiving gifts, sensory reminders of things of the past. Like sensory reminders of things of the past. So like picking up something, or you smell a certain smell and you're like, man, that reminds me of this time. It takes you back. Have y'all ever done that before? Right? It talks about creativity, interconnectedness, old friends reaching out, okay? Sharing, family, inner child, romance, goodwill, familiarity, supportive home life, friends, family, living in the moment, seeing a future with someone, comforting, inviting energy, living in the past, past repeating itself, cousins. It can talk about second chances, generosity, compassion, love languages, decisions, fear of change, birth of a child, nurturing jobs, sentimental gifts or items, hospice. So whenever we're talking about jobs, it could be a nurturing job like hospice, nursing, teaching, special needs, healing, volunteer work, giving back to the community, food banks, kitchen donations, making new memories. So it has all the things, y'all. And even the seasons, it talks about holiday season from autumn to winter, okay? So my book literally has all the information, y'all. It goes back to the zodiac signs, the chakras, the elements, the numerology. And this is the minor arcana. So, it has all the individual zodiac signs. It has all the suits for it, like I just said. So at the back of it, before I printed this book, I was like, you know what? Let me add just a couple of spiritual words in there. And my next one will have so much more of a vocabulary. Okay, so this is the end of it. This is the end of my explanation of my book. I just wanted to give y'all a really good overview of what it's about, so you can decide or not if this is something that you want to dive into on your healing journey, right? So vocabulary and glossary, it has the tarot and the Akashic. So the Akashic record. So affirmations, a supportive statement of truth that reinforces inner alignment. Akashic, pertaining to the energetic record of all souls across time. Alchemy, spiritual transformation through inner work. Alignment, being in harmony with one's true path, everything falling into place. Aura, the energetic field surrounding a person, awakening, becoming conscious of deeper truth. We have the blueprint, the soul's original energetic design. Boundaries, emotional limits that protect inner peace. We have your calling, a deeper inner pull towards purpose. So some people don't even understand what a cycle is, repeating phases they're experiencing, or of experiences and growth. So I just kind of have the basic things. There's more I'm going to add maybe in the other book, but don't hold off getting this book, because who knows when that other one will be done, okay? But I just put some definitions in there, so if you're new on the spiritual journey, you're able to kind of understand yourself, understand the book, and understand what I'm saying with some of the words that I use in the book. But also just understanding some spiritual words that are used a lot during tarot or just in your spiritual practice in day-to-day life, okay? So that's all with the book, all the things, super thick, super awesome. I love it, okay? I love it. So I want to talk about now classes, okay, if y'all have made it through. I do want to offer a class this spring break if y'all are interested. Okay, if y'all are interested in taking a class, I do want to offer one at the coffee shop here, or I can do an online one. We can do one-on-one, or we can do a group one where if you have questions, whatever. I'm also thinking about doing a pre-recorded one, which is where I go over it and kind of explain it to you, and you can just kind of do it at your own time. They're all going to be different prices. And now let's talk about the price of my book. So I know I said I was going to do it super cheap, 20 bucks, whatever. Absolutely not. Okay. First off, my book's thicker than what it was. It obtains a lot of knowledge, right? And I felt really bad. I had to contemplate this for like a week. So it's going to cost me almost $37 to even get this book made for y'all. So I can't charge less than $37 because I'm not making anything. That would be that I wrote my book for free. Okay. So basically the way that it works is I buy the paper, I print it, and then I go get it binded. $7 to get it binded, but to buy the package of paper, it's $30. So it's like I sell one book, I'm basically giving it away, and then I make the profit off of the second book. Okay, so I'm really not making anything. So the first, I said 10 books, but honestly, y'all, I gotta make a living, right? The first 5 books that I sell, I'm selling for $40. Basically giving the book away, okay? But you have to buy it up front so that I can go get them made, get them binded, and then give them to you because it has to be, you know. So you have to pay up front. That's for the first 5 books. After that, my book will go up to either $50 or $59.99. I've not decided, and I know it seems like a lot, but y'all, you have to look at it. I'm not making a profit off of my book, but it comes with so much knowledge that will last you a lifetime. This is for self. This is an investment of self. Right? This is understanding yourself, how to read energies, how to heal through some things where you don't need the help other than understanding yourself. And so I kind of feel like this is worth the money. But like I said, I hate that when I wrote this book, it was to help. But there still also has to be a profit to where I'm able to even get these to continue to go, right? I spent so many time and energy in it. Y'all, it's been a journey, let me tell you. So it is going to be way more pricier than what I thought it would be, but I promise you, you're not wasting your money. This is definitely an investment. Okay, so if you're interested in buying a book, send me a direct message. I take all the majors. If I need to come by and pick up cash or whatever, I can do that, and then I will go get it printed and I will get it to you. If you're interested in a class, the classes, send me a message and tell me which one you would be interested in, and I will give you pricing of the book with the class. If you get the class, you get a sage stick, a Palo Santo stick, and a crystal along with your book, okay? Also an incense and an incense holder. So, all right, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for taking y'all's time out of y'all's day to go over my book with me. Bye.